Everybody. Hold on, wait a minute. 1 second, y'all. Think I done messed up already. This thing unstable. Hold on 1 second. Is I'm live? Yeah, I'm live. Let's see. Oh, I ain't got nothing to keep this phone still. Hold on. Ooh, 1 second, y'all. Try to make me a stand. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try it like that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to DDTS Live Edition episode 738. I'm back with another video. This is a live edition and live episode. This is not gonna be a long, it's just gonna be a short episode. We're gonna be talking about a couple of things, and I just wanna be elaborating on a couple of things as well. I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning, a little after 6. Got out the bed at 7. Took me a bath by 8. Had to fix me some coffee. This is mixed with hot chocolate because I had ran out of creamer. Well, I got a little creamer. I ran out of sugar, so I had to make it sweet. And I put a little sweet and low in there. But yeah. So thank y'all for joining me and welcome to DDTS. We're gonna be talking about a couple of episodes today. We're gonna be talking about a couple of topics. Black History Month is still about. And if you saw my headliner, if you saw my headliner, I'm gonna be talking about the what's the name of those awards? I should have it written down. What was them awards? I don't wanna what's them awards? The BAFTA Awards, the BAFTA Awards. I'm going to be talking about that in the comments and the outburst that was made by John Davison, who has Tourette syndrome. And I'm basically going to elaborate on that. And I'm going to be talking about remembering Cicley Tyson, because remember when I said I was going to do a video on Cicley Tyson? Well, I'm going to be doing a remembrance of her and all the legacy things that she has done and all the wonderful things that she has accomplished. And I will be doing a video on, well, I will be doing a little talking and remembering Malcolm X as well. So yes, you can be expecting that as well. Hold on. I'm gonna put this right here because I cannot with this thing. Okay, maybe that's better. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. This was a spur of the moment thing of me going live, but I was able to get my notes and everything. I'm gonna have my phone right here, my device, and that's gonna help me out a lot. So if you haven't yet, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you will get notified when I have new videos available. Thank y'all for joining me. Good morning, happy Monday, and I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend. So today we're going to be talking about that outburst by John Davison, who has the Tourette syndrome. I think that's what it's called. We're going to be talking about the we're going to talk about the comment that Jamie Foxx made allegedly, and allegedly we're going to be talking about Cicley Tyson, and allegedly we're going to be talking about Malcolm X, and that's going to be it for this episode. So again, it's not going to be long. It's going to be short. If you didn't get a chance to watch this live, I will have the replay, so you're more than welcome to watch the replay. So let's go ahead and get into it. I would play the video, but I don't want to get copyrighted since I'm on live. I don't want to get copyrighted, so that's why I'm not gonna play the video. But you can look up the video on Instagram, Facebook, or wherever you see the video. So let's get into it. So here we go. So allegedly and apparently last night it was the British Film Awards. I never heard of the British Film Awards since last night. Who is this? Hello, Celine Huffer, and hello to the both of you. Welcome to the live. I don't want to get anybody's names wrong, but hello to you both. Welcome to the live. So here we go. So last night was the British Awards, and it was interrupted by a racial slur. Allegedly, John Davidson, who I don't even know, allegedly, I don't know who that is. This is my first time ever hearing about him. So apparently, when it was a clip, that was heard going around, and so basically, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo presented an award on stage. So let me go ahead and break it down to y'all. So Malcolm B. Jordan, who is one of my favorites and one of my crushes, and Delroy Lindo, they presented an award on stage, and the man that made the person that made the racial slur, his name was John Davidson. And basically, he was the subject of the British indie film. And so, I guess, in my opinion, and the alleged thing was when Malcolm B. Jordan and Delroy, what's his name, and Delroy Lindo was presenting the award. So John Davidson, who has, what's his name? He has Tourette syndrome. John Davidson, who has Tourette syndrome. I can't get my words out. John Davidson, who has a syndrome, shouted out the term the N word. He shouted out the racist term, the N word. I cannot say that on here. If you know, you know. If you all know what that term is, I'm not going to say it on here anyway. Because if you all don't know that term and that racial slur that John Davidson blurted out, that term is offensive to me. That term is offensive to anybody that looks like me. That term has been used for decades and decades and decades, and not in the good decades. That word carries so much weight and so much hurt regarding um who is this? So, yes, he actually shouted that. He actually shouted that at the awards. I didn't watch the awards, but it's a clip going around on Instagram. He actually shouted that out. When Malcolm B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, when they was presenting the award, I had to watch the video more than once to make sure I was not hearing stuff. So when they was presenting the award, all you can hear was, I can't say the term, but he kept on repeating it. And so as he was repeating it, he was repeating it. it's like, wow. Out of all the words in the world, and out of all the things in the world, you want to shout out a racist term like that is offensive to black peoples like me and many, many other peoples that look like me. And during Black History Month at that. And a lot of people say that he has Tourette syndrome, but this the thing. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of peoples out here in the world that has a lot of disabilities. For me, I have cerebral palsy. I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it, and I know it's a lot of peoples that have a lot of disabilities. That have a lot of depressions, mental illness, mental health, this and that and the third. What I'm going to say is this: it does not matter what you have. There still is no excuse, and that still did not give him the right to interrupt those two legendary peoples up there on stage to say that racist term. Because John Davidson said this term, the awards took a pause. The awards took a pause, and it basically, in my opinion, it shocked everybody. Now it was also a person. Who is this? During Black History Month, yes. Yes, yes, during Black History Month, yes, and that's the most shocking thing at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and say this: a lot of things, wild and crazy things, has been happening during Black History Month. In my opinion, that shouldn't be happening. You know. Hey, from the SIP, how you doing? How you doing from the SIP? How you doing? Welcome in. Yes, it was very disrespectful and uncomfortable and cringe. It really was. Because I had to go back and rewatch the video to make sure I was not hearing things. And of course, you're gonna have that one person that's gonna try to excuse the person that did that actions. And let me see, can I pull it up? Again, I apologize for not letting anybody know that I was going live. It was spur of the moment, and I just wanted to do this episode while it was on my mind. So the thing is with that is, let me see, can I find that? Um, it says Alan Cummings addressed the involuntary antics heard during the BAFTA broadcast. Where was that? That was at the BAFTA Awards, the BAFTA Broadcast Awards. So basically, I think it's a British award ceremony that it was at. So yeah, how you doing from the silk? Yes, and during Black History Month, and I understand people's have disabilities, and they have disabilities, they have mental health issues, and a lot going on, but that still does not give them the right to say that term. Like, out of all the words in the world, and out of all the things in the world, that just comes to mind. Like, no. Yes, that is bad behavior. Yes, from the SIP, that is not no excuse at all. I agree. That is not no excuse. I have a disability. I'm, you know, I'm a black American. I'm a black African American. And that word carries so much weight when it is regarding peoples like us. And it carries so much hurt and so much history. But a lot of people seem to not want to understand that, you know, and it's wild. And I'm gonna say this, and for a person to say something like that, they meant to say that. There's no excuse. They meant to say that. They wanted to say that. There's no excuse. I'm not excusing that. I'm not excusing it. I'm sorry that he has a syndrome, but out of all the words, he knew what he was saying. He knew what he was saying. He knew what he wanted to say. And in my opinion, you must deal with the consequences, not in a bad negative way, but peoples need to learn. You just can't say stuff and expect to have a pat on the back and on the wrist. Hold on. Thank you from the SIP. I was not paying attention. Thank you so much for putting them in timeout and deleting the message. Thank you so much. Of course, I'm gonna have trolls up in here. Thank you so much. But yes, that's very sad. Now with Alan, I'm gonna go to what Jamie Foxx said. I think I downloaded the message thing. I think I downloaded it. Let me see. Um, let me see where I put it at. I have so much stuff in this phone. I gotta delete all this stuff, or I won't have no room at all. Um, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx responded. Jamie Foxx was like, "F that." He was like, "Puck that." He knew what the F he was doing. Why didn't he yell at? Why didn't he yell it out when someone else was on stage? Exactly. But I agree with Jamie. Like, why would you yell it out when two black peoples are on stage that is presenting? If anybody else was on stage that wasn't black, he probably wouldn't have yelled that. But two black men are on stage, you want to yell at that? Yes, yes, Jamie was mad, mad. I seen the replies under the video. Jamie is not going for that from the SIP. Jamie was not going for that. He was mad, mad. Jamie was fuming mad. Jamie was mad, mad. Jamie was mad, mad. Um, yeah, Jamie was mad, mad. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Jamie is good. Um, P Beach 16, if you have a form of torturance that causes obscene language to be used, you shouldn't be in publicity broadcasted events, period, the end. Exactly. If you have anything related to like that, you shouldn't be out in public. Better yet, you should be in the house or have somebody that is watching over a person like that. But Jamie Foxx was mad. From the SIP. Oh, Jamie Foxx is the GOAT. He's the legend. Yes. Because out of all the peoples and out of all the things, why would you want to say that when two black men are on stage, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. I don't know anything about Delroy Lindo, but he looks familiar. And the way Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo looked, they paused like they played it cool. But I kind of knew Jamie Foxx or somebody well known was going to shut that operation down. And I'm glad and happy that they did. Let's be honest and let's be honest. Let's be quite frank. I'm glad that that operation was shut down. So this is my opinion, in my opinion alone. Also going to read what this Allen person said. Um, Allen. Okay, so the BAFTA host Alan Cumming asks for understanding as the Tourette syndrome campaigner John Davidson shouts strong language and slurs at winners and presenters. The variety. Okay, can we hold on one second? Delroy played in some decent movies. Check his catalog. Thank you. That's what I should do. Let me check his catalog. I'm so sorry, y'all. let me check his catalog because he looks familiar. And I'm gonna go back to Alan Cummings, the BAFTA, the BAFTA, the BAFTA campaign manager or whatever he is. But let me look up some of Delroy Lindo's work. Let me do that. Where's my Google Chrome, man? I know it's somewhere. Oh, here you go. Let me look that up. All right. So we looking up Del Roy Lindo. Oh, so he's a British actor. Okay, so he's a British actor. Thank you so much from the SIP. He's a British actor. Okay, so let me look up his film. He played in Sinners, which was in 2025. He played in The Five Bloods, 2020. He played in Crooklyn. Hold up. Who he played in Crooklyn? Oh, he played Woody. He played Afla Woodard's husband. Oh, yeah, I know him now. I love that movie, but that movie was sad. That movie was sad. Okay, I know him now. I knew he looked familiar. I did not know that was him. He played in Romeo Must Die. He played in The Good Fight. He played in Malcolm X. He played in The Harder They Fall. He played in This Christmas. Oh, wow. He played in some legendary stuff. Thank you so much from the SIP. But I knew him from Crooklyn. Soon as it said Crooklyn, I said he must have played as After Woodard's husband. Yeah. And he's also a British actor. And that's amazing. I'm gonna come back to that in a little bit, but I also want to touch on what this Allen dude said. He asked that an understanding for the Tourette syndrome campaigner John Davidson shouts out strong language and slurs at the winners and presenters. I'm gonna say this. I understand that he has a disability and I understand that he has a health problems, but that still is no excuse. Peoples need to stop making excuse for peoples that know what they was doing. None, Wasn't none too much wrong with him for him to shout out those terms. Wasn't none too much wrong with him for him to shout out them racial slurs towards Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. Ain't too much wrong with him besides that syndrome, allegedly. Now let's put it out there. Let's do it if the tables was reversed. What if it was someone of my complexion, of my community, that had a syndrome and something that was very outrageous? What if it was me, for example, or anybody of my community that shouted out a interrogatory term or strong language? It wouldn't be so nice now, would it? They would basically want to counsel everyone and everybody that is related to our community because of, you know, because of us. They would want to get on our heads. They would want to boycott us and do everything else. But it's like, no, it shouldn't be like that. He knew what he was doing, and there's still no excuse. I'm not gonna ask for no understanding. Better yet, if he was gonna do that, he should have stayed at home. If he was gonna do that, he should have stayed at home. Because that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Point break, period. But I'm gonna say this: Jamie Foxx is the GOAT. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, they better than me. But I understand that they was in a professional place. They was at an award ceremony, and they couldn't do how they want to do. They didn't want to. get aroused, anything like that. Because, peoples will always try to do things to get us Black Americans, Black African Americans, to get aroused and get out of character so they can talk about us, that we are ghetto, that we are loud, that we this, that we that we disrespectful, that we this and that, so they can make themselves feel good, so they can give themselves something to talk about towards us. And the fact that this was during Black History Month is outrageous. But before I get off this topic, let me ask y'all, is it okay and is it good that I'm touching on this topic? Is it good that I'm elaborating on this topic? Is I'm making anybody uncomfortable talking about this? Because if I am, you are more than welcome to exit out this live, and you are more than welcome to unsubscribe. Because one thing about me, I speaks my truth, I speaks my honest opinion, I speaks my perspective. I'm for the right, not the wrong. And even though I give a lot of good advice, and I give a lot of good advice to other people's, sometimes I might not follow my own accord, but I'm just happy that I'm able to do it for other people's. Thank you from the sip. From the sip said it's good. Thank you. Thank you so much from the sip. But before I head on to these last two topics, I want to say this and I want to ask y'all. Do you guys think that is watching this live episode, do you guys think that if people have disabilities and syndromes, do you think they should stay home while going through those issues and mental health and disabilities? Or do you think they have a right to be in public places like that? And do you think peoples like that should be able to take accountability, like peoples that do not have syndromes and disabilities and everything else that's going with them? Everybody should take accountability. It does not matter who you are, what you got going on in your life, what disability you have. If I have to take accountability, or if anybody in a wheelchair have to take accountability, let them take accountability if they know they're wrong. Because there's no excuse, honestly. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So now, put it in the comments. What do y'all think on this topic that we just elaborated on? I think I'm going to clip this and put it in a video, and I'm going to share clips of this on my social medias. So yeah. So we're going to get done with that. We're going to talk about two more topics. Well, actually one more, because I'm about to get on the next one. The next one, we're going to talk about Cicley Tyson. I don't think I need to look up anything about her because I'm pretty sure I know a lot about Cicley Tyson. I said I was going to do a remembrance of Cicley Tyson. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, a remembrance of Cicley Tyson. In my opinion, she was one of my favorite actresses, and she was very, very, very legendary in her own right. Cicley Tyson was born December the 19th, 1924 in New York, New York. And she passed away on January the 28th, 2021 at the age of 96. I will say 2020 and 2021 has took a lot of legends. But let's talk about it. Cicley Tyson she lived a legendary life. And some of her great films and her great work consist of Sounder, Mama Flora's Family, Medea's Family Reunion, Miss Jane Pittman, um, the woman they call Moses, Bustin' Loose, the River Niger, and she is very well known for playing in Medea's Diary Mad Black Woman, and she's known for playing in King with Paul Winfield, who played her husband on Sounder. Now, Cicely Tyson's awards consist of her awards consist of Emmy Awards, Peabody Awards, Tony Awards, and all nominations for the BAFTA Awards and the Golden Globe Awards. And she was awarded the King Center Honors in 2015 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 and the Honorary Academy Award in 2018. Yes, indeed. And she has played in a lot of movies with a lot of legendary actors and actresses. She played in movies with Queen Latifah, James Earl Jones, Tyler Perry, Lynn Winfield, Felicia Rashad, Blair Underwood, Vanessa Williams, Louis Gossett Jr., and she's well known for the movie Roots. And she has played in movies with John Almost and so many others. Like this woman's legacy will never be forgotten. When I look at Cicely Tyson and when I watch her movies, I think of Roots. I think of Mama Flora's Family. And I'm not going to get too personal in her life because, I usually do that. I'm not going to do that this time because she basically, when it comes to her love life, allegedly, it was not all that great. It was not all that great from what I've watched, you know, videos on and for what I read. It was not all that great. But that does not take away the fact that Cicely Tyson, she walked. So a lot of legendary black women in the acting business and black women all over the world that wanted to accomplish a lot. From the Sip says, I love the movie Mama Flora Family. It's a long movie. Yes, it is. Believe it or not, my grandma, she loves that movie. She loves it. She loves it. I do too. It's so legendary. And it had an all-star cast. I loved that movie. It was a long movie. I loved it. It has two parts. I loved it. The movie came out in 1998. I wanna read some of the actors and actresses that played in it. And I wanna say this. Cicely Tyson has played in a lot of movies with a lot of legendary peoples. Her movies consist of A Man Called Adam in 1966, Heart is a Lonely Hunter 1968, The River Niger 1976, Fried Green Tomatoes 1991, That Was Mad Black Woman 2005, Because of Win Dixie 2005, The Help 2011, The Last Flag Flying 2017. Yes, indeed. Yes. And she also is well known for playing in How Did I Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis. And she played in The Rosa Parks Story with Angela Bassett. She played as Angela Bassett's mama. So when I tell you Cicely Tyson has a long, respectful, lovely, legendary resume, she does. Like, for real, she literally does. And that's why I love talking about our history. She married, hold on, y'all. One second, y'all. She married Mal Davis in the 1960s. Let me tell y'all that that relationship was wild from what I've watched and heard. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Enjoy Dobbs channel. Thank you so much from the SIP. I truly appreciate that. I thank you so much. I wanted to get my live episode in for the week. Now, this might be the only live episode I do for this week, but the other ones might be pre-recorded. You know, I'm enjoying this so much. Um, and Tyson, Cicley Tyson was also the godmother of Lenny Kravitz. Because if you don't know, Lenny Kravitz is the son of Roxy Roker. Roxy Roker and Cicley Tyson was great friends. So I completely understand it. Okay, pin the comment. Okay, let me pin it. How do I pin it? Oh, pin message. Okay. I did it. I pinned it. Thank you. Thank you so much from the SIP. I appreciate you helping me. Hold on, let me pin this right here. Can I pin it? Oh, it's already pinned. Okay, thank you so very much. But yeah, Lenny Kravitz was the godson of Cicley Tyson. And she was great friends with Roxy Roker. And she received so many awards. Again, her movies consist of Fried Green Tomatoes, Mama Flora's Family, The Help, Because of Winn-Dixie, Diver Mad Black Woman, A Fall from Grace, The River Niger, and she played in Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor. She has played in movies with Queen Latifah, Blair Underwood, Vanessa Williams, Kimberly Elise, who I think, in my opinion, is her real daughter. A lot of people don't want to talk about that, but I believe to my soul that Kimberly Elise and Cicley Tyson are mother and daughter somewhere deep down because they sound alike and they act alike. Kimberly Elise is a natural treasure as well, just as Cicley Tyson. And she's played in movies with Viola Davis as um, her mother in How Did I Get Away with Murder. I would have loved to play in a movie with Cicley Tyson. But can I tell y'all something? Tyler Perry, on the set of A Fall from Grace, Tyler Perry allegedly paid Cicley Tyson a lot of money for not doing anything. I think he paid her for not doing anything, for being on set, because he figured, and I agree, that she received all her flowers. Like, she has done everything there is to do. Like, she basically led a mark, and she knocked down so many barriers, so many doors for black women in the acting industry and that are not in the black industry. Basically, she knocked down doors for a lot of black people. She knocked down the doors for a lot of black women and men. And one thing I can say about Cicley Tyson, she always stuck to her guns. And she played in Sounder. I watched the movie Sounder. It was really amazing. I might be young. I might be 31 years old, but I know my history when it comes to a lot of these actors and actresses, and half of them I don't even have to look up. But I did not want to miss any important things on Cicley Tyson. Cicley Tyson passed away at the age of 96 in 2021, and she will forever be missed. Rest in peace, continue Queen Cicley Tyson. So put in the comments what y'all think about Cicley Tyson as well. Better yet, put in the comments what y'all think about this topic in general. These topics that I'm talking about in general. So I'm about to get into one more topic, and that'll be the end of this episode. And I can basically, when I get done with this episode, I can go back in the house and enjoy my day, find me something to eat because I have not ate anything and I'm hungry. But I wanted to get this content out. So, a lot of us probably know that we celebrate the passing of Malcolm X, who tragically died on February the 21st, 1965, at the age of 39 years old. Let me see. I think I did a video on him last year, but I'm going to elaborate on him this year as well because Malcolm X is Black history. Yes, he was born on May the 19th, 1925, and he died on February the 21st, 1965, at the age of 39. And I had it right. Um, Hold on, wait. Let me go back. Pin the comment. Okay. I think Kimberly Elise is low key MAGA allegedly. Child, I don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I got some coffee. I got some. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Ooh, Lord. I got some coffee mixed with some hot chocolate because I ran out of sugar. Yeah, I got some right here. I got some this morning. I just got to give me some more sugar and cream and stuff. I'm gonna get some sometime. But Chad, I did not know that. I did. Yeah, I got up and fixed me some coffee this morning. See, I ain't know. I see. Allegedly, I didn't know. I don't know if she's dead or not. I really don't know. But you barely see anything about her now. So it's kind of hard for me to say. I don't want to say anything out the way. I am Indian, bro. That's wonderful. Welcome to the live. AKA Sham Beaker. Welcome to the live. Welcome in. Thank you so much from the SIP for telling me that allegedly. I don't think I got no more lip chap up in here. Let me see. Yeah, I do. After this video, I gotta tell y'all something that happened to me this morning. This might be a little too personal, but it's gonna be like a little comedy, but I'm gonna say it in code. And for you that's part of the LGBTQ community, y'all can probably relate. So Malcolm X was born West Indies. Okay, no, I'm not from India. I'm from the USA. But it's so wonderful to have you in here. Um, he was born May the 19th, 1925, and passed away on February 21st, 1965. He was assassinated by gunshots. And what a lot of people don't know is that Malcolm X was assassinated by someone of our community who was Muslim. That's what shocked me the most. By the way, I watched the movie. I watched the movie so many times. Denzel Washington played that role so good, and he favors Malcolm X. Except the fact that Malcolm X was a little lighter than um, Denzel Washington. But Denzel Washington, he was a figure in the 90s and 80s. Yes, yes, USA. Yes, indeed, from the SIP. Thank you. Yes, USA. Um, I will say this though. I'm gonna read a It says that Malcolm X was an African American, revolutionary, and black nationalist leader who rose from background or poverty, family disruption, and criminal activity to prominent figure during the civil rights movement until his assassination in 1965. He discovered the religious organization of the Nation of Islam while in prison and served as its spokesperson from 1952 until 1964. He was also a vocal activist for black empowerment and the promotion of Islam within the African American community. The controversial figure accused of preaching violence, Malcolm X is also a celebrated figure with black people and Muslims worldwide for his pursuit of racial justice. This is why this is why Malcolm X should be celebrated. Who this? Swimming. Oh, that's Swama? I don't know what Swama? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. But yeah, Malcolm X, he has a long resume as well. He was for equality. He discovered so many things when he was in prison. He uncovered the Islam thing that I just read. I might not say it in the right quotation. Jasmine. From the sip says Jasmine. Oh, Jasmine. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, he covered so many things in the nation, respectfully. I wanna let y'all in on a fun fact. Did you know that Red Fox and Malcolm X was great friends? And that they knew each other ever since they was little kids. They kind of grew up as teenagers, and when they were grown, they ran together. Did you see Jasmine Crockett's speech? It made me emotional. She spoke the truth. No, I didn't see her speech. I can read it. Let me look it up. I can look it up. Jasmine Crockett. Okay, yeah, I can look it up real quick. But yeah, Malcolm X, he should always be celebrated during Black History Month. I'm gonna put it in that aspect. And I'm finna look up the Jasmine Crockett speech now. And I'm going to elaborate on Jasmine Crockett while I love her and while I adore her, why she is the best thing that it is in our nation and in our community. Why we must always stand with Jasmine Crockett. Malcolm X was 39 years old when he passed away. His wife, Betty Shabazz, passed away in 1997 when her grandson set her apartment on fire and she died allegedly from degree burns. So I'm finna go ahead and go over to this last topic, this Jasmine Crockett topic. Is it speech? What does it hey from the SIP? What does it say? Is it reacts to the right privilege remark? Wait a minute. Let's see. Um Okay. Okay, I think this is it. Just play half of it. Okay, where is it on Instagram? Hold on, let me go on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna play clips of it. I'm gonna play clips of it. That's what I'm gonna do. TikTok. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going on TikTok. I just don't hope I don't get copyrighted. Might not get copyrighted though. I'm finna play it on TikTok. Thank goodness I got it on here. Let me see, can I find it? Okay. Is it Jasmine? Hold on 1 second. Is it Jasmine Crockett versus James Taylor Rico? Or is it? I'm sorry. I was not aware of her speech. See, I didn't know. It's when she went to a small shop with blue jeans on. Okay, I think I just saw that. Hold on 1 second. It's with her with a black shirt on it, right? Black shirt on. No one. All right. She's in the window. All right. Yes, all right. All right. I gotta get through this. 6 years ago, no one believed that I could become a state representative. We were outspent 5-1. Yeah. We're outspent 5-1. There were a couple of organizations, progressive organizations, that were like, this is our candidate. We want to go with the one that the establishment does not want. One of the main organizations, and they all lined up together. They did. One of the main organizations was TOP. People said there's no way she's going to win. 6 years later. Yeah. Woo! 6 years later, a very short amount of time, I went from being the kid that no one thought could do it, who was out there hustling, knocking doors, putting door hangers at the apartment complexes, doing everything that I could. We were in the midst of George Floyd. Was that election? No, it was that one. There was a runoff because I was number 2. I wasn't number 1. I made it to the runoff, and then they ended up killing George Floyd. People told me I had to go and get on the phones because we just didn't have the money. And I said, I can't do that. I gotta go do what I know is best. You don't know somebody's circumstance in the middle of this pandemic. I'm not gonna be insensitive and ask for money. Instead, I'm gonna do what I've always done. I'm gonna stand with the people as they take to the streets. There were 600 protesters arrested in Dallas County. Actually, more than that. But 600 that we represented pro bono. No one ended up with a conviction. We just did what we wanted to do, which was to help the people. And guess what? The people saw that. There were people that said, we want to help you win because we believe in you. We had over 300 volunteers for a state house believe that every single vote mattered. And here. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. I hope it's okay. And I just want to elaborate on this real quick, and then that'll be the end of this live episode. Um, I'm sorry I couldn't play it all the way through, but I'm gonna basically I'm just gonna elaborate on this, and then I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, and I done got hungry. I just want to say, through the odds and through everything that Jasmine Crockett has been through, and I know it's a lot of peoples that basically did not believe in her, and basically what she said in this video, truly heartfelt and truly amazing and truly outstanding. And she is the definition of a trailblazer, and her speech is so powerful, very unique in everything. And Jasmine Crockett is what we need as a black woman in office and in power for the better. And I will always stand 10 toes down behind her because she is who she is, because she has worked hard and she always believed in herself. She always put out all the negative energy into positive vibes and energy. So that's going to be my live video for today, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another video as soon as possible. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for watching. And I will see you on the next video. Before I go, I want to say this. Um, I want to thank y'all for coming in. And I want to thank you from the SIP. Thank you from the SIP for all your help. News, tips, advices, and everything. I truly appreciate it. And I hope each and every one of y'all that has came in watching from behind the screen and everything. I really want to say I thank y'all. Thank you from the SIP, and I hope you have a great day as well. And I will see you all on the next episode. I love y'all and thank you and bye bye.